Hi everyone, today we're talking about Alibaba and Alibaba's earnings. We're going to just have a little bit look into them. Then we're going to talk about if I bought any shares into Alibaba and if I sold any positions to be purchasing these shares if I did buy any shares in Alibaba. Now Alibaba shares are up 3% in pre-market, potentially go a little bit higher. I think when I just checked a minute ago they're up to 5%, but as of this article being written they were up 3%, which is a good little percentage gain. A couple of reasons why, we'll get stuck into them slightly. But Alibaba has been on a massive dip for a while before these earnings report, and there was the potential for this earnings report just to get the company back up a couple of percent because it is massively undervalued right now. Alibaba shares were up over 3% in pre-market trade. Profit and revenue for the first quarter beat analyst expectations, but margins dipped. The reason why margins dip in Alibaba, which happens every time, and in the earnings when they did the earnings report, they said that this is going to carry on. The reason why is because Alibaba keep investing in everything, and it's really a big reason why I like Alibaba and why they're able to grow 60%. Is because they're just investing in so many things right now. The growth potential and the growth mindset of the CEO in Alibaba is amazing. They just want to carry on growing, reinvest, and that's the sort of company that I like. It's why I got back into Microsoft, because they've now changed the vision of, we're going to keep investing our profits and make the company grow even bigger to increase them revenues. And I like it when a company does that, not just kind of stays there and stays in one place and just doesn't expand the company at all. For example, Apple feel like they should be purchasing more sectors, and it's just kind of staying there. And that's what I like about Alibaba, is how they continue to keep increasing their revenue income streams, which we'll talk about a few of them a little bit in a second. The core commerce business and growing cloud unit helped drive revenues for the Chinese e-commerce giant. You can see the revenue, it wasn't a huge beat, but when you look at it, it was up 61% from 50.18 billion when it was the same period last year, and it's now 80.92 billion. That's really good. Alibaba's core commerce business, which focuses on its online shopping sites, is still the company's biggest unit, accounting for around 86% of revenue. But when you look at that, that's still a 61% year-on-year rise, which is really good. Obviously, they're just trying to get away from that just being the 86% of revenue with these increased investments that we've been talking about. But a 61% increase is actually really good. There's not many companies right now that are achieving that a 61% increase on year-on-year. On its main business, so you can see why there's a lot of potential in Alibaba, and it's just going to continue as it goes on. We can see here that Alibaba has been pushing its cloud business in recent years. It's still a small part of the business. I think overall it controls about 3% of the actual cloud market right now, but it's on a 93% year-on-year rise, which revenue was 4.7 billion. So if it continues at that sort of percentage, you can't really complain. So overall, you can see that Alibaba has had a nice percentage beat. It carries on that 60% and investing in all these companies. Cloud's growing at 5%. This company's growing for absolutely amazing. I did a video about Alibaba right now. Is Alibaba a buy? So if you want to see a little more detail, go into that video. It's the last video I uploaded on this channel. But some really good numbers coming out from Alibaba this morning. Overall, have I bought any positions in Alibaba? I'm sure you could probably guess that I did. I actually bought a position in Alibaba after I made the last video. So I think I've had a position in Alibaba for 2 days now. Bought them before earnings because I don't gamble on earnings, but I had a very strong feeling that they would go up after earnings. I couldn't see that stock going down anymore when its revenues are growing at 60%. That would be absolutely mental. A really good purchase, 22 forward PE, the growth side of it, all the sectors that it's going into. obviously affected by the trade war. Really strong company. I did buy some shares. I think I can't even remember what price I bought them at. I think they were at 176, something around there when I bought them. The position size I have in Alibaba right now is not a massive position. It's not my biggest position. It's about half the size of my Microsoft and Boeing positions. Those are my two biggest ones right now. It's about the same size as my FedEx position, my PayPal position, which my PayPal position was a lot larger. That my PayPal position was the size of my Boeing and Microsoft position, but I have sold half my stake off in PayPal. The reason why is because it was quite a big position, and even though it was a big position and I really do truly believe in PayPal, I feel like it's at a very fair value price right now. I think it's got a lot of potential to go up, so I have no plans to sell my position. But when you've got a company like Alibaba pulling these 60% growth numbers out at 22.4p, it's just a company that I have to get into. It's on a massive dip right now. I don't know if it'll ever be a dip like this again. So it was a recently purchased position where I extended my position into PayPal. It's quite an easy decision just to sell that, and when the opportunity came in Alibaba to be purchasing it, then obviously I did that. So it's about this. PayPal and Alibaba is about the same size position in my portfolio right now. I would like to add to Alibaba sometime when I have the funds available or I sell a position. For me, Alibaba is massively undervalued, and my price target on this stock is that I'll probably be looking at potentially $240-ish. Definitely around that mid 200 mark before I would consider selling it, depending on what happens with the business news. If it continues the growth of 60% and what have you. Obviously you can't really tell too far in the future, but if it still had that sort of growth mindset, then I don't think I would sell that position. But it just has a lot of growth potential right now, so I had to sell the shares in PayPal and get that position into Alibaba. But really happy with that earnings report. Happy I got my position into Alibaba. As you can tell, I've made a lot of videos about it recently on this channel, which I'm really sorry about, just making it like the Alibaba financial channel. But I'm really happy with that, guys. I hope that you looked into Alibaba, and if any of you did eventually buy a position in Alibaba, I'll be interested to know. So guys, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.